Hey, we're live. But let me just hear the audio to get confirmation. Hey, we're live. Okay, cool. Let's hop out chat. Oops, excuse me, I burped. Hopefully we'll get some viewers today. Trying to stream at the same time to get the same people. Anyway, if you don't watch, still it's kind of boring. Still, like, we're just doing the walk-in like yesterday. Walk-in. So we were on number 4 yesterday. Now we're gonna go on to number 5. Number 4 here. Number 5. We're gonna go 1 layer down, I guess, to 13. So 8 layers down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's take a look. Oh wait, no, I have to make this disappear for a sec. Okay, so this leg is the same as that one, but the front leg here is not the same. This back leg is the same. Okay, so the legs are the same. The only thing that's not the same is this leg here. So how about from 4 and 5? Is anything the same? Okay, so okay, so the right, okay, let's see. So the right leg is the same, so let's take that. The torso is also the same. Okay, let's do it one by one. Scarf, obviously the same. Right arm, no, it's not the same. Right leg, yeah, that one's the same. Torso is obviously the same. How about the tail? Tail is not the same. So we're gonna put it, click and drag it anyway. Oh, wait, no, the scarf should be the same too, since our head is not actually moving along with it. Anything else? So right leg, and also left arm is the same. Arm. So let's take all that and bring it into number 5. Okay, so there we go. So we just need this leg here, which is from number 11. Well, let's do that leg first. Sorry, not number 11. Okay, sorry. We need, okay, let's get rid of the torso for a sec. Where's the torso? Okay, let's just get rid of the word copy from each one. Oh, it's kind of hot, so I'm just gonna leave for a second. Turn on the AC. Probably gonna go to bed afterwards also anyway, so best to have the AC on before I go to bed. Just remove the word copy from there. Copy. Okay, what's the other layer? 13. So we'll get rid of that for a sec and go to number 13. Here we go. And 13 here. So what do we need again? We need this leg, right? We need this leg here, the right leg. Here, let's go here and call it right leg. So let's just quickly do that. Oh, is this leg the same also? Let me see. 5. No, it's not. Oh yeah. save it real quick. Now we're doing the right leg. Come on. Oh, yeah, I could just grab it from over here. It's a good thing about having that over there. And here, and over here. Okay, cool. I swear I've done this leg before. No? I swear I've done this leg before. Oh, that's probably the one I did. They're all starting to look the same. Wait, number 12 is this one? Oh, that's the back leg, sorry. It's the back one, not the front one. Anywho, let's grab that. And again, this is gonna be straight, so we're gonna make it as straight as possible. Go and grab that, bring it down here. Take that leg and make it that color. Sorry, wrong color, this color. Let's fill in the layer like so. I'm gonna move this a little bit down like this. Grab that, move it up here. You know what, like since there's no one in chat to, like, I feel like if you're gonna watch this on the VOD, it's gonna be really boring if I just like say what I'm doing. I'm gonna try to you know, try to try to be more interesting and talk about something. So let's try to talk about a game that I've played recently. So well, recent game I played is Monster Hunter Rise, obviously, but everyone is playing that. So let's talk about another game I've been playing that I played right before that, which actually is like the reason why the Tianho one got delayed. It is Grandia 2 on the Nintendo Switch. Originally on the Sega Dreamcast, and then later on, that shape was too uniform and stuff. So I'm gonna go like this, make it more, you know, like this. Still looks too uniform. Whatever, let's leave it. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the game Grandia 2 was originally released on the Dreamcast, and I think later on the PS2. But when I played it when I was a kid, I played it on the PC. Like, this was a period of time in between Sega Dreamcast and PS2 where I was basically a PC gamer, and it was kind of terrible, and like that experience basically is what turned me off of PC gaming, because yeah, I had a low spec computer and stuff. And well, like that experience and a future experience later on with Windows Vista. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of very like until today, like I kind of don't want to go PC game. But anyway, the stuff that happens recently in the not the fourth gen, with the PS4 generation, makes me like, if I'm gonna buy like, I don't want, because what do you call it, Nintendo Switch is fine like for a console. Like, that's probably, in my opinion, the only one I'm going to stick with, like, because, you know, it's portable and Nintendo has a lot of exclusives and stuff. But if, like, AAA games that are multi-plat, no way. Like, now I think I'm going to go PC this time around, especially because the PS4 gen is like Oh, like barely any games I was interested in playing for that gen, and especially like multi-plat games, like yeah, like that time frame had really good support for PC, and nowadays like PCs become way more affordable than it. I mean, not right now specifically, especially want to get a new computer because of all the chips and all that are the prices are inflated. But yeah, like games, like if you want to play games that are 30 years old, like imagine like when I was a kid, like in the early 90s or the uh, late 2000s, like I wanted to play like a game from the 80s, like a a game that's less than 20 years old, like it probably wouldn't work properly or something. I mean, yeah, if I had Windows 98, which I was had until like 2003, I was using Windows 98 until 2003. Yeah, I wouldn't have that much issues playing DOS games, but still, you get the point. Like, oh yeah, like Grandia, I played that on I think I did play it on a Windows 98 PC. Uh, uh, what do you call it? But yeah, anyway, back to the point of Grandia. Like I played it on PC back in the day. Uh, my like I said, on my Windows 98 computer. Even though most people would have played it on the Dreamcast or whatnot, I played it on PC. Like it was like a budget. It was like released. Like it was only. How much did it cost? It didn't cost that much. Like it was. It was released as a budget title in the shop. In the places I. Like it was basically in the bargain bin. Like maybe like 40 dirhams, which would be, I don't know, like $10 for a piece for a game. Yeah, I got a bunch of games like that also from because of like they were on discount, like what do you call it? Grim Fandango. I got all these, some of my favorite games I've got because they were a discount bin, and yeah, it was pretty great, like buying old games and playing down PC. Again, that's not what I want to do. What are you doing? Is this showing? Left leg. Okay, I select left leg and I go here, transform scale, and I go 90%. So why is... Oh. Why? Why do you betray me? Okay, just a sec. Let me get rid of this. And here. Oh, that's why. That's so annoying. Why didn't you get copied in there? Why? Why didn't you get copied in there? Okay, wait, let's go back here, left leg, and let's just delete it. And bring this back in here and name this left leg. Okay, left, not left, left leg. Oh yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, why aren't they there again? They weren't showing, that's why. Oh, I am so annoyed right now. Why won't you? It's glitching out. Ugh, that's so annoying. Okay, let me save it before anything bad happens. Oh yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, playing Grandia on PC. Most people played it on Dreamcast or PS2, I think. I'm not sure if it came out on PS2, but I think it sold more on on Dreamcast and on PS2, or at least I think more people remember it as a Dreamcast game. And I think the first Grandia game was a lot more people remember it. Even I had friends in high school who played Grandia 1 on PlayStation. But anyway. So what's different about the game? It was like the combat system. That it was pretty neato combat system. Like you have a bar that shows your movement. And what's neato about it is you could not only see your movement, you could see your enemies' movements too. So what was cool about it? Wait, 13. We're doing number 5. Okay, number 5. What's cool about it is like you could do moves to cancel your enemy's turns, and I don't think this is the right leg. Is it not? Doesn't look like it. But anyway, it's not that much different, so we could keep it. Or should we move it a little bit? Whatever, let's move it. Let's cheat a little bit by moving this leg and using it. But oh yeah, what? I hate it when I do that. Okay, what was I saying? So yeah, what's cool is you have a meter. You have a meter, and so does your enemies. So when the meter gets to a certain part of the bar, you could cancel their move. But of course, the enemy could do the same to you, so you have to be careful. Like, and you also have to be aware of their placement and their movement and whatnot along the plane, along the 3D plane. So like, what was cool about it is like it made use. It's not like say Final Fantasy. I don't know, like Final Fantasy 10 or something, or 9 or 8 or 7, which was in 3D, but it didn't use that much of the 3D environment like games like Grandia did, where you had to you have to be aware of how fast your character can run, how fast they could swing their sword, their distance to the enemy, and stuff like that. But yeah, like I don't remember if Grandia. I didn't play Grandia 1. I should play Grandia 1 because the collection I have on Nintendo Switch includes Grandia 1. So I think I should play that. But yeah, like I don't know if Grandia 1 is also that also had that good combat system. But anyway, moving on. Yeah, I found the game kind of easy. Like even when I was a kid, when I played it, I was like, this game is kind of easy. Like I remember even as a kid, like just exploiting like certain moves, like spamming certain moves over and over, and stuff, to the point where like especially when I was a kid, like I was, what age? I was maybe like 13 or something like that at that age. And well, I didn't play that many RPG. I barely played an RPG at that time when I played Grandia 2. I only played, let's say, I've only played Skies of Arcadia and Shenmue, which is arguably not that style of RPG. It's more of a brawler and stuff, but still, like, it had some RPG mechanics, but very little. So yeah, the only other RPG I played at the time was what do you call it? Pokemon Crystal. That's it. Like that's my only RPG experience, and I remember like finding Grandia 2 so easy as a kid, and I remember that, like, playing it now, like really Dang, I'm so wrapped up in talking about stuff that I forgot about this. Okay, that should be over here. Right arm. Dang, like I put it on the wrong layer. Everything. So yeah, what was I saying? So, you know, I should lock these so that I don't. Oh, let's move the tail while we're at it. Where's the tail? Oh, yeah, what was I saying? Like, yeah, like I played it recently. It had a hard mode. I knew I should have. I wish I went with the harder mode so that it would be easier to play. I mean, not easier, it would be more challenging to play, and I would have had a better time with it, with engaging with the mechanics of the game, because it does genuinely have interesting concept, that combat concept that I don't think any other RPG nowadays has replicated. So yeah, I wish like I mean, I think there's way more Grandia games besides Grandia 1 and 2. For some reason that the Switch one only has Grandia 1 and 2. Yeah, I guess maybe I should go off and try the Grandia series. But yeah, I found it pretty easy. And I remember the story back when I was a kid. I was like, oh wow, the story. It's like, well, of course I haven't played that many games at the time. Well, I did. I think at that time I would have. Oh wait, no, it was before PS2, so I wouldn't have played games like Metal Gear Solid 2 yet, or something like that on the PS2. I think I would have played a bunch of PS2 games on my friends' PS2 whenever I would go to his house. But still, yeah, like especially RPGs, I wouldn't have that much experience. Oh, I need to move that up here. And I waste my oops. Yeah, but okay, the story is so Ryudo is the main character you play. He's like a geohound. They don't explain what a geohound is. I guess they did, but I don't know. If from what I remember from playing the game, they didn't. But like I remember back in those days, I remember it was very common practice that you'd read the manual first before you go off and play the game. Like I remember, yeah, you'd read the manual and there it would explain to you game mechanics. Like I remember that was a very common thing for me to do as a kid, where I would read the manual first, and learn the game mechanics. And a lot of the story also, like you'd learn it from the manual. And I guess it told you what a geohound was or something like that. But anywho, it didn't. Well, in my replays, they didn't really explain exactly what a geohound was. So, what the fudge? What the fudge, game? Okay, 6, go to 14. Just a second, I'm gonna go to the restroom. Okay, so anyway, back to me talking about the Geohound. Like, I kind of wish that they explored it, because it seems like you could have had a thing where, oh, he meets other Geohounds and you get to explore more what Geohounds are. But you do go to his hometown, like Ryudo, later on, but like, I don't know, none of the people there are Geohounds or stuff like that. From my understanding of the game, Geohound they're kind of like thugs for hire or something. So like, our main character, he is hired as a bodyguard for Elena, who is like a songstress priestess or something. Okay, so everything is the same except for this leg. You could copy everything except for that leg. So which one? Left arm. Everything but left arm gets copied. So anywho, what was I saying? Okay, so what layer has that leg? Okay, wait, let's cover that up. Aha! Number 14 has that leg. So let's go down to 14. 13, we could lock that. 14. So we're gonna get this leg. So yeah, Ryudo is hired as a sort of a bodyguard for the songstress. Oh yeah, I need to establish the background of the world. So there was a battle between two gods. So the dark god was banished away while the light god remained, and I forgot the names of the, like, oh, Granas is the light god and Valmar is the dark god. So the light god banished away the dark god, and so the world is at peace, or so we think, obviously, because that's the plot of the thing. So Elena is a songstress who is a kind of like a nun for the Church of Granas. So your character Ryudo, he is tasked with like escorting her to a place where she has to do a ritual. So you find out the ritual is to like seal a piece of Valmar, so that like he'll be like vanished away or sealed away even more. But the ritual fails and she gets so later on you find out, like, at first I thought it was gonna be like, they're gonna hide it until later on, but like right after the thing happens, it's almost like a few minutes later that you find out that she's been possessed by the wings of Valmar. So now Elena, okay, that's what happened there. So Elena is now like, she will sometimes turn into what's her name again? Into the wings of Valmar, who's named, dang, I forgot her name. Anyway, like she has different abilities to Elena, like, but what's thing about the game is you could have, it's sort of like the, I guess it's what you call it? It's like the materia or the junction system in, like the materia system in Final Fantasy VII, or the junction system in 8, where you could you could have certain magic abilities, like they're eggs, and you could transfer them around to each character, and they have like little, and they also have skill things that you could transfer in between characters. But then of course each character has specific special abilities with, you know, like the limit breaks, but everything else is everything else you could either share or move them around. So like so you could make builds with the thing. So I remember when I was a kid playing, I didn't like abuse the builds and stuff. I didn't like make a specific build, but still I found the game real easy. But now it's a little bit, I mean, I'm not that great at building certain builds and whatnot. I have a basic knowledge, but even with the basic knowledge, I made like something that was like so overpowered within the first few hours, like maybe the first 5-6 hours of the game. And I was just like breezing through everything, like Ryudo. Okay, like Ryudo, I made him like a really strong, like he's really fast and stuff, so he would just, his meter would go up the bar, so he would get more turns than everyone else because his thing moves so fast. And also he ran really fast, so enemies would get hit like real easy and quickly, and he would cancel their moves so quick, like and Elena, like her meter moved slow and she ran slow, but I made her fire attack so devastating. And that's the thing, like now as I grow, as I'm older, like I understand the mechanics of RPGs a little bit more. So like I remember like Final Fantasy X, the first time I played it as a kid, like I just had them wailing away on the enemies with physical attacks. I didn't really understand a magic system, but now when I'm older, like I said, I understand the systems way more. So now I'm really know how to use the magic and stuff for characters. So I remember like when I replayed Final Fantasy X, wow, like Lulu, like I remember I used to find her so useless before when I was a kid because I didn't understand how to play. But now I play like Lulu is like one of the most what do you call it, the most overpowered of them. Like she does the most because she does so much damage with her magic and all that. And the same thing with Grandia, basically, because I remember as a kid, I would either have them do certain magic moves like Meteor, or have them attack a lot or do a lot of the special moves. I forgot what they're called in the game, but like in Final Fantasy, they're called limit breaks. But with this new one, like Elena just like destroys them. Elena, or her name was Melania, is her alter ego. Just destroys. Like I made her magic damage so high and her fire damage, so she would just devastate. Like when it's her turn, that's it, it's over. Like all the enemies on the screen, especially like because majority of the fight is not of the game is obviously not a boss fight, so the gameplay is so boring because it's basically you just go in, and then when it's Elena's turn, she kills everyone and it's over. So it's, yeah, I wish I amped up the difficulty because it became so easy. Even Ryudo, like his build was broken and he was fast. He could cancel and he could attack enemies really quickly. He's still nothing compared to Elena's magic, which would just devastate the enemy, especially low-level enemies. Anyway, okay, let's go to number 7. Number 7, 6. Wow, it's totally okay. One arm is not. One arm is different, and so is the back. One arm is the same. Sorry. So which arm is the same? So right arm is the same. So go back here. Grab right arm. Put it in the right arm. Okay, so let's do, before we do everything else, let's go scarf, tail, and bottom. Number 7. So what was I saying? Yeah, like so and so was broken, so I found the game easy. Anyway, yeah, the story. Yeah, I kind of want to go through the story because, well, you could look it up or you could just. Well, I recorded me playing through the game, but I didn't upload it to YouTube, so I should do that. I also played through Final Fantasy X. It's uploaded, but I need to make them public, and I'd record Final Fantasy 13 by then. I'm not sure what game anyway, I'm not sure if I should move on to playing 15. I played pretty far into it, but I'm not sure if I should continue that. I mean, like, going through the story and stuff, it is not great, but when I was doing the side content and stuff, like going through the chocobo races, I was having lots of fun with it. So it's like there is fun to be had with Final Fantasy 15. I mean, like, yeah, at first I wasn't having fun with it. But yeah, like it grew on me, but I still stopped playing it for some reason. Still, yeah, I think I should go back to it, but I have so many games to play. Friggin', I still have to. Maybe I also still have to play. Tales of Vesperia. Tales of Vesperia, I still have to play too. Oh, and also Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Haven't played those yet. Wait, why is Bright Arm not in the front? That's weird. You go into the front. Why wasn't it in the front? Okay, so I've lost my place of what to talk about Grandia too. But yeah, like, it was really broken, and the story, like when I was a kid, I found it, whoa, that's surprising, oh, shock. But now I'm like, that seems pretty predictable, especially the way the story was going forward. But still, like, I had a good time with it, I guess. Okay, let's go with that one first. What do you think? Grandia 2. One of those old games. Oh yeah, right leg, right. Oh yeah, one of the things I was like complaining about is, like, if you play the first hour or two of Final Fantasy, any Final Fantasy game, you take your pick. Maybe not the older ones, but especially the new ones. Like how different and how more exciting those openings are to Grandia 2, and how boring Grandia 2's opening was. Like, I guess that's how majority of RPGs work, because I remember even Tales of Eternia was like that. Which was a RPG I played on PSP, which was like weird. It was when I got PSP, there weren't that many good games on it. I mean, later on it got lots of pretty good games, but when I had it at the time, it didn't have that many good games. And Tales of Eternia was only on the friggin' European one. Well, you could play it in the like the PlayStation 1. You play on PS1 in America, but for PSP it was, I think, um, Japan and Europe only. And I think it was called something else in US. It wasn't called Tales of Eternia. But still, like, I really enjoyed that game. I wish I played the dungeon of that, because there's like a end game dungeon where it's more difficult. But the reason why I didn't play it is because I was just so used to playing the main character who was on swords, and I didn't go play with the other characters who use other weapons and magic. So the dungeon forced you to play with other characters. So I was like, oh no, I don't actually know how to use these characters. Yeah, now I think of it, I haven't played that many RPGs. Even though some of my favorite games are RPGs, I just in general don't particularly like them. Oh wait, no, let me do that one later. Okay, let's just grab this layer here and let's copy it. Yeah, like usually I don't like RPGs, but yeah, some of my favorite games of all time are all like in my top 20 are RPGs. So when I say RPGs, I specifically mean like JRPGs, because there's some Western ones that I really like Mass Effect 2 and Fallout 3, stuff like that. But yeah, why did I pick that color? It should be the brown one. But I remember a while just not really, like, even hating RPGs for a period of my life. Yeah, but there's some RPGs that are like in my top 20 favorites. Well, one of them is not like a turn-based RPG. It was a, what do you call it? It was, I mean, it's Valkyria Chronicles, which, yeah, it's not turn-based RPG. It's not even like it doesn't even play like a traditional tactical RPG like Final Fantasy Tactics or Disgaea. It has its own unique mechanics. But yeah, that's one of my favorite of all time. I probably played through the story mode like 3 times, and wrong color. And I've bought it like 3 times. Okay, I bought it on PS3, obviously the original one, and I bought it on PS4. What? The music? Okay, the music's came back. And then I bought it recently on Nintendo Switch, which I haven't touched yet. I haven't played it the Switch version yet. Oh yeah, I did play 3 times. Twice on, or did I only play twice? I don't know. I know I haven't played it on the Switch, but I play on the PS4 and stuff. Replayed it. Like when I replay on the PS4, I played that mission, Selveria's mission first, where you get her gun. So it's kind of unfair, like you get her gun and you could give it to your soldiers and stuff. So I gave it to, what's her name, Rosie or something? I gave it to Rosie and he just like demolishes enemies with it. Hilarious. Like, oh, now I'm playing in easy mode. Yeah, but I haven't played all of the DLC for that for the original Valkyria Chronicles 4. I should really. I should play Eddie's battalion or something. What's her name? Which is weird. Like, how did apparently she had a bigger role in the anime or something, which I should probably watch. I wanted to watch it. It didn't have an English dub. If I find it on Netflix, I might watch it. It's not. I doubt it. I don't think it's on Netflix. Let me check. But anyway, how did I get to talking about? Oh yeah, I was talking about RPGs and stuff. But oh yeah, that brings me to my topic for Grandia. Because I remember, like, even as a kid when I played it, it was like, what is this? Is this like a bootleg version of? Wait, let me search Valkyria Chronicles. No. There's no Valkyria Chronicles, obviously, on Netflix. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, like I remember, it's like, is this a bootleg version of Skies of Arcadia? So you have the main character who has a bird kind of character, which just reminds me of Sky. I think that was his name in Skies of Arcadia. Was his name? No, his name was Vice, not Sky. The name of the bird is Sky in Grandia too. Anyway, he has like brown hair. He's got like a blue motif on him, and kind of a pirate-y. I mean, he was a pirate, and the Geohounds are kind of like mercenaries or thugs or something like that. I don't know. So they have that kind of demeanor. So like, what is it? Okay, the main character is kind of the same. And then you had Elena, who is kind of like Fina from friggin' Skies of Arcadia, who's like a meek kind of character who wears white and stuff. Okay. And then you got Millennia, who is like the feisty redhead, which is like Aika from Skies of Arcadia, who is also a feisty redhead. And then to top it off, you have a prince character that joins you. You have that also in Skies of Arcadia, and also in Grandia also. And then you have this old man, like, well, in Skies of Arcadia, he probably, that's the most different one because they're old guys. In Grandia, he kind of looks like a lion, but in Skies of Arcadia, he's like an old sea captain, like kind of thing with a robotic hook arm. So that's also kind of similar, but like I feel like that's the most different. But yeah, like, why are all these character archetypes so the same? Then that makes you think that it's even more of a ripoff of each other. This is hilarious. What's going on here? Can I get the back leg there? Can I just grab that and just move it? Looks like I can just do that. Left arm. I'll just take the left arm. Or you know what? I'm gonna do 15. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna do 15 and just grab that leg there. Number 7. Bye-bye for a sec. Oh, what's showing number 6? Okay. So I'm gonna do that arm for 15. And then I'm gonna bring it back over there. Okay. But yeah, like story-wise, like oh yeah, the weaknesses of Grandia. Like, the world feels so empty and devoid. Like you played like old, like, Final Fantasy, like the world is so rich and whatnot, and you play Grandia and it feels so empty and stuff. I just got tired of going into people's houses and talking with them. Like, when I sure, I skipped it because I was like, I need to, because this is boring. Um, we need to move on with the story, so I didn't talk with much people. But when I play Final Fantasy 7 and 10 and stuff, I went and I talked to everyone I could. It's just so much more engaging in Final Fantasy games to go around and talk to people, which, like, yeah, that's just major fault of Grandia. Grandia 2, like, the world is so boring, traveling around is so boring, the battle arena, I'm not the battle arena, like basically where you go off and you fight enemies is so boring and bland. Like, yeah, I honestly, if it wasn't for the combat system, that game would have no redeeming qualities to it. And I'd say it's impressive for the time that it had all that voice acting. But like games like Metal Gear had way more voice. I actually had the same voice actors as a lot of Metal Gear Solid guys. They did way better job in Metal Gear, obviously, but still, like yeah, the only redeeming quality is the combat, which is fun, but like it was too easy, so I should have made it harder. But yeah, like you could do much better than maybe I should go play Grandia 1. Maybe it has a better story and stuff. Cause what do you call it? When Grandia 2 came out, it's like one of the earlier games on the Dreamcast, and maybe like they weren't used to working on that console or something, and they were being more I guess experimental or something. I didn't have the budget or whatever. But yeah, again, I have to go play Grandia 1 and see if that's any good. If the story is better and whatnot. I mean, the trailer doesn't make me want to play it, like watching the trailer when I bought the game, but maybe I'll give it a shot, see if it's see if the combat system is actually worse compared to Grandia 1, or if it's better. I mean, to Grandia 2, or if it's better or something. Like, it's like Grandia 2 feels very bare bones, story wise, character wise, world wise. Anyway, I think that's as much as I could talk about Grandia 2 without like having to go actually play it and show you stuff while playing it and talk about it, or actually writing down a full review or stuff like that. But yeah, like, it was, I mean, I didn't feel like I wasted my time playing it. That's what I have to say. This one would be left leg. Oh, sorry, left arm. Left arm. Seven. Okay, show number 7. Left arm. Okay, select left arm. Object, transform, scale, 90%. Oh, it looks a bit different. Looks a bit different. I just moved a little bit. It should be fine, I guess. And then now we have to go flatten out the foot. There we go. And this too. Now we have to change its colors. The back leg? Left leg is not here, so maybe I should go back. Go back. 15. Yeah, 15 does have. So we'll do right leg. Oops. Whoa. Okay, that's why. Let me just lock that for a sec. So this is right leg. Now I feel like what should I talk about? I've already talked about Grandia. Maybe for almost an hour? 56? Wish I had someone to bounce my ideas off of. But yeah, Grandia. Go away for a sec. Default walking. Default Arizona. Default walking, just default Arizona. Oh, now what do I talk about? No, why? Yeah, like, okay, so talk about my time with the Dreamcast. So, like, it brings back like so many memories. Like, it makes you think like how lucky. I mean, I'm gonna sound like an old man. Back in my day. Just makes me like, oh, is that how old I am? That was more than 20 years ago. Like, we got the Dreamcast. Oh my gosh. I guess so. I remember like my brother. He was a pretty sneaky guy. So what he basically did, he bought the Dreamcast game first before the console. I remember asking my brother, why would you do that? Like, why would you have them buy the game first and not the console with the game? And he's like, if I tell them now to buy the game without the console, they'll be obliged to buy it later on. Like getting the whole console, like convincing them. I mean, it kind of makes sense to me now as an adult. Like, trying to convince someone to buy a console right now is, what do you call it? Is a whole console like with a game is not as convincing as buying a game like really quick, like just right now, you know. So I'm not sure what he told them. I guess he would have said like, oh, the game might sell out, so can you buy it now and just buy the console later. But basically what he told me when at the time was like, oh, if it's like a trick, like if you have them buy the game, eventually like they'll feel sad or something like that, like they can't play it, and they'll eventually buy the console. It's like a guarantee that eventually down the line they're going to buy the console, the Dreamcast. It's like, oh, okay. And it's so funny, like now, like if I want to, I could go off and easily buy, well, not a PS5 because they're in short supply. But anyway, like if I want to buy a Switch or PS4 or whatever, I could do it easily right now if I wanted to. Just like that's the thing. Like, of course, I don't have any kids to support me, so that I need to support. So it's way more like whatever. But back in the day, like, oh, you only got a console and you had a few games. That's it. Like, you had with those few games, you could only like just basically watch like Angry Video Game Nerd. How he says it, like you got a game, that's all you had for months, and if you made a bad decision, you bought a crappy game. Oh. Like what can you do? Like you had to live with it. It's funny now because I remember like nowadays buy so many games on Steam and I don't even play them. That's like what happened now with Nintendo's Switch sale. I bought a whole bunch of games that I'm yet to play, and I'm thinking of playing Final Fantasy 15 on the PS4 before I go back and play anything else. So anyway, yeah, continuing the story, like consoles nowadays, you could save on the internal memory like the Switch, or you could save in the memory card, or on Steam. Like it'd be saved on the cloud or in your hard drive, or even new console like PS4, it's on the hard drive. I remember back in the day, when we had the Dreamcast, we didn't have a memory card. And the memory card of Dreamcast was like expensive. It wasn't. It's not like the memory card of, let's say, PS1, where it's more simple because of the screen of the VMU of the Dreamcast made it more expensive. And like memory card alternatives, especially in those early days, were far and between, or whatever the term that they use for that. So we couldn't find any, or we didn't know any existed. And yeah, and a memory card, a VMU, cost the same as a game. So you either got a game or you got the ability to save your game. I remember the first few months we only had Sonic Adventure and we didn't have a memory card for it. So every time we played the game, when we turned it off, the game we'd have to start over the next day. So I remember my brother got pretty good at speed running the game, because I remember the first time we played, it took us 7 hours to finish the game. It took us around 7 hours. So you had how many characters? You had Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Big the Cat, Gamma. Then also you have the Supersonic one. So that's 7 stories. So I think it took, 7 hours. I think or less. No, around 7 hours, something like that. Because I remember Sonic, I remember he got, or he was able to finish in 7 hours, like every time. I don't remember. I remember Sonic took, he got so quick at it. Sonic took around an hour to finish. And all the other characters took 30 minutes. So I guess he could finish the whole game in a sitting. So what do you call it? He has 7 with 6, so 3 hours of the other characters. So he'd be able to finish the game in 4 hours. Like the first time we played, it was around 7 hours, and then later on you could do it in 4 hours or less. Because I remember, an hour for Sonic and 30 minutes for all the other side characters, and also Supersonic, I guess. But yeah, that was the Sonic game that we played the most. We didn't have a VMU. I don't remember when we got a VMU, but when did we get that? Because controllers cost what do you call it? A game would cost 100 or 150 dirhams back in the day. A controller would cost 100 dirhams also, almost the price of a game, as well as what do you call it? As well as the VMU and the controller. I mean, I guess it doesn't surprise me, the controller, because nowadays, controller does cost as much as a game. Especially freaking Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons costs, how much? It costs 300 pesos. No, not 300 pesos. It costs over 3k pesos for Joy-Cons for both of them, and the game costs like less than 3K. So a Joy-Con controller costs more than the game. Mm. What can you do? Or you could get alternatives which costs like less than half of the price of a game. Yeah, I guess you could do that. Go to 7. Oh, I'm just rambling on to myself. Oh yeah, we're gonna take number 7, right? Number 7. We need the left leg. So take this right leg, bring it up here. Make it left leg. Okay. Select it. Scale 90%. What was I saying? Like, oh wow, Dreamcast. Yeah, I think me and my bro, we got the Dreamcast like a year before. I mean, not a year. We got the Japanese Dreamcast, so I'm not sure if we got it before the US got their American Dreamcasts. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly. I think we got it like around when American Dreamcast games would have been coming out. Oof, I need to make that thing more like this. Less rounded. Get that booty. Get the booty. Yeah, what other Dreamcast games did I have when well, we did get a lot of Dreamcast games because we did have not a mod chip, but we had a disc where we could play pirated games. So a lot of them were like Jet Set Radio was pirated stuff. But yeah, like Shenmue also. Yes, Sonic and Skies of Arcadia were not pirated. Yeah, like what's real annoying about Dreamcast? Yeah, our Dreamcast died. We were in the middle of playing Shenmue 2 and it died. And I didn't get to play it until like 2014, 2013, where my office mate fixed it. No, I did manage to play it again when I went to US and I bought a second-hand Dreamcast from a place. But then it broke like a couple days later and it had the same issues. I had my office mate fix it and we got it working. And it still works to this day, hopefully. Cross fingers that doesn't break. Okay, that's number 7. We're done with number 7. Okay, so let's go to number 8. This number 8 copy. Is it copy number 1? No, it doesn't. It's completely different. Look, number 15. Oh, it's the complete mirror of number 15. Yeah, is it? Yeah, it's the complete mirror of number 15. Let's look at number 7. So the only thing that's different is the leg. The right arm, sorry, right arm. And the tail. And the scarf too, I guess? No, not the scarf. So, okay, so copy everything except the that right arm. Yeah, I hope like this VOD is more interesting than the previous one, because I'm not just because the previous one no one came up on chat, so I was just basically narrating what I'm doing, like copy here, delete here. But this time around, I'm like trying to talk about something about Grandia 2, like trying to you be on a certain topic or something. Yeah, it's like having a hard time trying to focus though. Like I've done a few mistakes just because I'm talking here, but anyway. Let's just move the tail before I forget. Yeah, I guess you could tell my age because of, you know, like, oh, yeah, you're talking about Dreamcast. He's an old man. I'm old man. Old man me. I have like 33 if you're curious, whoever's watching this. uh, hey, is that leg similar to anything? It might be. It might be. Number 9. Oh, it has number 9's leg. Right arm. So we just go here, grab the right arm, and bring it up here to number 8. And we're done with that. That was fast. Okay, sorry, let's remove that. It won't let me edit it because it's not showing. Coolio. So we finished every half of it, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, almost. I guess we're almost done with 9 because look, we got all the legs. Ugh. Did I? My leg. Oh, speaking of legs, all my legs are all sweaty. Might be able to finish this today. Number 9. Okay. Number 9. Oops. How about, okay, maybe the torso is the same, is it? Yeah, it's the same. So just grab the torso and the tail. Scarf. Torso, tail, scarf. Copy him. Okay, I can't copy him because I locked it. Copy him, bring him down here. Just grab the scarf, bring it down here. Left leg, right torso and tail. Bring it down here. There we go. Okay, this does not fit perfectly. Let's move the tail first, I guess. Oh, why did it zoom in over there? That's annoying. Oh, what to talk about now, though? Should I talk more about Dreamcast? Like, thing is, I don't have much to talk about. Unless it's like about a specific game. Okay, you know, since we're talking about Grandia, and I was saying like how um how Grandia is basically like feels like a ripoff of Skies of Arcadia. Let's talk about Skies of Arcadia. So like Skies of Arcadia. Oh, hi. How's progress? Oh, I didn't notice people here. How's progress? I'm working on walking animations here. So we're done with frame 1 to 8. Right now we're doing 9. So what's great about what do you call it? About the walking animations in Dem's Fighting Herds is that they save a lot of resources by reusing like the legs and stuff instead of redrawing them. Like for instance, number 1 and number 8. Take a look at. Okay, I'm not sure if I explained this to Mr. Ree. Thought you were drawing plot. Yeah, I was drawing the plot. Anyway, what do you call it? Like, what's cool is like you take a look. Oh wait. Like you take a look here. You see this leg here, the right leg. It's the same as the left leg on this frame. Wait, let's go to number 9 instead. Number 1 and number 9. You see, yeah, you see this leg is the same as this leg here. You see this leg is the same as that one and vice versa. So yeah, they share a lot of things. So now the animation now for drawing the walking is a lot faster because yeah, like there we go. I just copied a bunch of legs and moved them around and there we go. It's done. Now let's go to number 10. We only have one leg for number 10 for some reason. Back here, number 10. They switch side? Yeah, they just switch sides. Well, you want me to continue my story about Skies of Arcadia? I mean, like you wouldn't get the context of what I'm talking about because I talked about it basically for an hour because I didn't want whoever's watching the VOD to be bored of me talking. Because like last stream, all I did was like I'm just narrating what I'm doing. Draw a line here, unlock this, do that. That's basically the last stream I did. What was I? Oh yes. What was it? Skies of Arcadia. Do you guys know about the game or anything? The old game though. Animation rig for. I think I already explained this before, even when you were on. It's like I think I already showed it to you. Let me open it up real quick. Yeah, it's because I'm planning on doing a bunch of shorts with this and also planning to use it for streams. Not just for me, but also for the fighting fanatics to use. Anyway, right now I'm just making it for Adobe Character Animator. Here I'm opening it. I don't have the walking implemented yet, but here, like, I have it with the legs and stuff. For you, Mystery, William Danag has already seen this, but I don't think you've seen it, Mystery. So, yeah, you have different emotions. We got angry. We got even the mouth is like this. And we got this, where her eyes are all whatever. But right now, that's it. Right now, we're working on walking. So we're gonna have her walk, and I guess eventually I'm gonna finish up the here, because she doesn't have a frowny face when she's talking for here and for over here. What else? Also, I'm gonna have a arm so that I could where her arm would be up like this, and I could manipulate it. I could move it around and stuff using the mouse. Yeah. Right now, let's go back here. What were we doing? Oh yeah, I was talking about Skies of Arcadia. Have you guys ever heard about that game before? It's a game I grew up with. Okay, those legs are the same. All the legs, they're all the same, basically. Let's get number 9 and let's grab everything except right leg. Okay, torso, tail, arm, leg, scarf. Copy them and put them in here. But now, yeah, part of the animation process has been drastically sped up. So apparently Skies of Arcadia is like one of those games that for some reason it's always in the top so and so RPGs of all time, and it's honestly one of my favorite games of all time too. I guess I see where they're coming from. After playing a whole bunch of Final Fantasies, I'm like, I guess like Final Fantasy 9 is, I only played it last year, but man, that's such a good game, Final Fantasy 9. Still Skies of Arcadia. Anyway, yeah. I played it on the Dreamcast. I wish I could buy, I still have a copy of it, but I don't have it with me in this house. I have it in the other house. I did play it a few years ago and I had a blast with it, but yeah, it is one of my favorite games. I wish they would release an HD version of it. Yeah, it came on Dreamcast, and then later on it came out on GameCube. But unfortunately, I think even less people played on the GameCube, but it wasn't that successful that it didn't get ported to other consoles. Doesn't have an HD release. Doesn't have a sequel. Even though the same company that made Skies of Arcadia made Valkyria Chronicles. That was massively successsul. It got Valkyria Chronicles 2 on PSP, and then and stuff. So I just wish that Skies of Arcadia was as successful as I want an HD release, please give me one. I could play it again, because the GameCube version is, oh my, you look how much they cost online. Is so expensive. Last time I checked, it's $200 for a GameCube version of Skies of Arcadia. And the Dreamcast version I have is, there are features missing from the game because you had to go online and download them. For instance, the character Fina, she has a little character that's like a pet. To level up its damage, you have to go around and you have to pick up these little seeds it detects on the ground. The problem is, one of those seeds are on a downloadable level. You have to use the Dreamcast browser to go on the website and download it onto your VMU. which only had like 1 megabyte of space. So even if you did have internet back in the day, you would either have to delete stuff to download into your VMU, or you had to buy another VMU, which was pretty expensive back in the day, especially when we had it. And what's funny, when I bought a second Dreamcast, it came with a modem. Because the original Dreamcast we had back in the day, it didn't have a modem. So we couldn't play it online, we couldn't use the online features. And you can't access those online features anymore now, today, unless you get some weird way um, to connect to a dial-up connection. Oh, so that's like the reason why I want to get the GameCube version, because like those things that you had to download off the net, you didn't have to do that anymore, obviously, because of that. But oh, the GameCube version is super expensive. Like I said, like $200 for the GameCube version. Oh, come on, Sega! Like, your Valkyria Chronicles 1 was pretty successful. I'm not sure about 4, but please release an HD port of friggin' Skies of Arcadia. What was I on about? Oh yeah, Skies of Arcadia. It's like a art. It's like it's not that special of an RPG. Like I was talking about Grandia earlier in the thing, in this stream, and that game has like unique mechanics to it. While Skies of Arcadia, it barely has any kind of unique mechanics to it. I guess the most unique thing about the battle system is the spirit gauge. So you could build up spirit by either waiting for your turn and the turn would finish, or you would what do you call it? Okay, sorry. Right leg has to go up here. Sorry. Oh, is it really like that? Oh, I'm gonna have to move her body a bit. I'm going to have to squish her body a little bit. What do I think about game preservation? I mean, a lot of times there's like what do you mean, in the sense of companies doing it or people doing it or something? Game preservation. How's the anime going? Pretty good. Okay, I guess. What do you think about game preservation? I guess like the same thing as film preservation. A lot of films have been lost through time because no, the films weren't whatever. It's just like, kind of inevitable that a lot of stuff is gonna be lost, and you won't be able to. At least now, like, people will have digital copies of it, so eventually, I mean, it'll be way more preserved than like films, you know. But yeah, like, what do I think about, like, do you have anything specific or just in general, like how certain companies, you mean like the legality, or like certain companies aren't re-releasing stuff or stuff like that? No, it's kind of a big topic when you think about it, so I'm not sure exactly. Oh yeah, the animating process is going smoothly. It's going faster now that I've gone more than halfway through the frames. As you can see, stuff is going move faster. Okay, so 8. I'm gonna have to go 8 frames up. 11, 2, 3, Okay, so I'm gonna steal a few frames from 3. Certain companies are really bad about it. I mean, like, even the big companies, like, say, Square Enix, even, like, just, like, give, like, example for Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy, sorry, Kingdom Hearts and all that. Like, they got rid of all, like, majority of the original files, and they had to, when they re-released it, they had to, you know, they had to do a lot of the things from scratch. Or they had to you know, like games like, say, that are fully 3D, like Metal Gear, it's, I guess it's fine when you upscale it to 3D, but of course you can't get like the issues with some games is like they couldn't get the original um like the original textures, so the textures would be muddy, or they'd have to redo the textures because they didn't have the original game files. So like they're not doing it properly themselves. They don't, I mean, it's already done, like they've already lost all the original files, so there's nothing you can do. And of course, like yeah, even if they want to preserve it and re-release it, they're not doing a good job to themselves. Yeah, so I'm just wondering, how is the general public going to do it? I mean, to be fair, like if you look at Final Fantasy's the PS1 Final Fantasy games, like you look for the mods to, like the Meguri mod, to get like HD stuff, and like, wow, it's like really great looking and whatnot. What was I doing again? I was grabbing some stuff. Right leg, right arm. Right leg, right arm. Right leg, right arm. I got distracted. When you say like certain companies are bad, do you mean like their policies, like not allowing people to what do you call it? Like certain companies not allowing, like say the company themselves, they don't want to re-release it or something, like release it officially, but if someone goes and tries to release the ROM of it, they stop them or something like that. Is that what you mean about like them being bad, or just like I said, bad in general, that they didn't preserve it properly and stuff like that? Oh, why did I move it to number 15? It's like busy talking over here. I was doing number 11, wasn't I? Yeah, I'm doing number 11. Left arm. Okay, left arm. Okay. So I need left leg. Sorry, left leg. Certain companies are like Nintendo and in general. Oh, you mean like people releasing ROMs of games that they don't want to re-release or something in the stuff like that? I mean, legally they could do it if they want. I mean, what can you do? Like, they don't want to do anything with it. Eventually, you probably have to wait until thing is, I was gonna say until it becomes public domain, but the way companies have been manipulating copyright stuff, especially Disney, is kind of terrible. So yeah, you can't really get I mean, what can you do? The only way is like to complain and like hit them in the wallet or something. Like, I mean, when they release a game to be I lost my train of thought because I'm doing something. Okay. I mean, there's a bunch of videos I think that you know, but yeah, they have the Disney Vault tactic. Yeah, I guess. Torso, torso, torso. Torso. The body the same? Looks like it's the same. So I'm just gonna grab the torso from there and move it over here. Oh yeah, I need to change the colors. Do 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 do. Aha. Just grab that. Sorry if I'm talking less because I just noticed that I'm doing a whole bunch of mistakes and because I'm talking and I can't concentrate on what I'm doing properly. But yeah, the favorite film was Treasure Planet. I remember like okay, I was on vacation, I think in Canada or something. When did that movie come out? When did Treasure Planet come out? What are you uh like it's not on Blu-ray or something? Or it's not on Disney Plus? 2002. No, I went to Canada in 2001, so oh wait, no. What year did that other Atlantis movie come out? Atlantis. Oh, okay. I'm thinking of Atlantis because I know, like, especially when I was a kid, I confused those two a lot in my mind. Like, wait, this is the same movie? Treasure Planet. I mean, now I like now when I watched it recently, I was like, ah, this is a pretty good movie. Basically, Treasure Planet to me is basically like Titan AE if it was a good movie. Disney sabotaged it so they didn't have to pay who? But yeah, like Treasure Planet is like I said, it's like Titan AE if it was good. Like Titan AE, it had it's very experimental, which was really cool about it. But I feel like the technology at the time it wasn't right at the time. It came out at the bad time. But to be fair, Treasure Planet also came out at the bad time, right when I guess when CG movies were becoming more popular or something, and it's like it's like the start of uh 2D movies dying. I mean, 3D movies weren't, 3D movies aren't didn't like kill it entirely, but still like it was around that era. I feel. Yeah. Oh, let's name the planet. I don't know. Let's name Bob or something. Oh, I also remember. Oh, what's her name again? Not Demi Moore. What's the name of that actress again? She voiced the girl in that movie, not Treasure Planet, in Titan AE. She was like a really big actress at the time. She was in like Charlie's Angels and stuff also. What's her name again? Whatever. They put it between Santa Claus 2 and another popular movie. I get. I don't remember. What? So 2002. What came out in 2002 in the summer? What's weird is like I didn't watch Treasure Planet until like recently, but I remember watching, like, I think a lot more people knew about Atlantis movie more than Treasure Planet. Because I remember even watching it like a bootleg version. Like there was this channel, like I was on vacation here in Philippines, and in the province, like there's this bootleg channel that is just a guy playing DVDs on the air. You could tell it's a DVD because when the movie ends, like you see like disc eject and stuff. And I remember what do you call it? I think um like I remember like watching Matrix on that back in '99 just on that channel. It's hilarious. I remember watching Atlantis on that bootleg thing. Santa Claus. I watched Santa Claus 1. I never watched Santa Claus. That's a Tim Allen movie, right? Tim Allen. Okay, I forgot to put the scarf. What came out in 2002? Lord of the Rings? Was okay, Lord of the Rings 1 was 2002 or 2001? Or I mean Two Towers. Two Towers. Yeah, 2002. So is that what you're talking about? The other popular movie, Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers? Not Fellowship. Did Return of the King release 2003, the year after? Scarf. The scarf moved? Looks like it's moved. Did they release Treasure Planet on Blu-ray or something at least? Like, so that you can watch it again and whatnot? Is it even on Disney Plus? Oh, that shouldn't be there. That should be here. There we go. Okay, that's done, I guess. Oh yeah, remember before I was complaining about like when I did show all, I would have to edit all the layers. So I figured out that if you move it outside to, like say here you have just 3 main layers. Like if I do here show all, it's going to show everything here, but it won't show these two. So what I figured out is I have to click and drag it outside and then show all, so that I wouldn't have to, you know, do everything like I did before, moving all the layers and whatnot. But what was I doing again? So I was doing number 10, right? Now 11. 11 is done. 12. Okay, number 12. Okay, so I was wondering what you're lolling for. It's like a bit. Anyway, it doesn't matter, I guess. It's 12, right? Is that really 12? No, it's not 12. Or is that the back leg? Yeah, it is. It's the back leg, left leg. And the color's all wrong, though. Need to change the color. So Yeah, Treasure Planet. Yes. Who is the voice actor for that again? For the main character, I forgot. But yeah, it was a pretty decent movie. Like I said, it um it was a good version of Titan AE, because like Titan AE, it used a lot of like experimental techniques, I guess, for the time. It tried to blend CGI backgrounds with 2D animation and stuff. And if you watch that movie, it's like, oh, it doesn't, especially now, it's like, oh, it didn't age well. I mean, it didn't look that great in the past. It was like a neat novelty. But I'd say like Treasure Planet nailed that look. It it perfect. I guess not really perfected, but it nailed it. That is what Titan AE should have looked like. Like what Treasure Planet. Like it just shows like, you know, what a couple of years of technology can do, like to make that novelty thing look like, oh, that is what, yeah, like I said, that's what Titan AE should have looked like. Okay, what legs are here? This is 12. So let's move 8 frames up. That would be 2. Or is it 1? No, okay, 3. 2. What does it share with? You know what? Let's check the neighbors. Let's check out 13. Shares a bunch with 13, but look, both of their legs are hitting the floor at the same time. 13, but I barely have anything on 13. Okay, what does it share with 13? Okay, it shares that one leg, so we could take this right leg and put it to 12. Okay, we got that. How about the arm though? What arm? Do we have to do 13. We need an arm like that, but what frame has an arm like that? I'm racking my... Okay, now we're doing number 12. Sorry, not 13. So what arm has that leg there? What? Okay. 12. Let's go 8 up. Sorry, number 4, not... So 4. So this leg here. So now I have to look for this leg. Oh, I could just grab 11, can I? 11 has the same leg as 12. So I could just grab that and put it to 12. Right arm. Was it Chamber of Secrets? Oh, the other popular movie, Chamber of Secrets? Yeah, Harry Potter did come out around that time. Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets. Yeah, it says 2002, but I don't know what month it came out. I mean, all of these movies Wait, it says November 2002. So when would... Wait, do Disney movies... I think Disney movies come out... Okay, let me look up, like, Treasure Planet. Because I think Disney movies come out in, like, December or something. Treasure Planet. Wait, why is Treasure Planet February 2003? I thought it's 2002. That's weird. It says 2002. It came out Philippines February 2003. Okay. Just thinking. Okay, November 2002. I said, oh yeah, it's probably Harry Potter. Lord of the Rings also came out in December or something, right? Yeah, I think, yeah. Why did I say summer? That's right, like a lot of kids' movies, because I remember Frozen came out in December. I'm Frozen 2, like my niece was here and stuff. She didn't like she didn't like Frozen 2. I thought she would love it, but no, she didn't like it. Okay, this leg. Oh, number 5. Yeah, number 5. We could grab number 5's right arm and bring it down here. Oops, excuse me, I burped. Okay, show me the arms. So let's just select that. Object, transform, scale, 90%. There we go. And we just move it over there. Neat. Don't have to do much work because we just move around stuff. So yeah, like oh man, like the 2000s, like early 2000s and stuff. Like 2000 to 2010, I think wasn't very good. Wasn't a good decade for Disney animated. It was a good decade for Pixar animated, but Disney animated, no. Like I think the only movie that was successful, or at least the one that I really liked, was Lilo and Stitch during that time. I think like everything else failed, especially if it's 2D. Prince and the Frog, I think that was like 2009, was it? I don't remember. Princess and the Frog, not Prince and the Frog. Ooh. You know, I have to get the torso back. Yeah, they were moving away from 2D movies because, like, yeah, their 2D movies weren't doing that well because most of them were trash, obviously. And even the CG movies they had in that time weren't very good, like Chicken Little. Ugh. And even when I was like at that age where I liked most movies, like Chicken Little, I didn't like that movie. And then what do you call it? The Wild? I think that was Disney. Home on the Range was 2009. When was Princess and the Frog? Felt like their last. I think Home on the Range was their last animated one, but Princess and the Frog was the last princess movie. Air quotes. Was the last princess movie that they had. I mean, like 2D princess movie. Of course, Tangled later on would be their. I think there was. Did they do a princess movie like before that? Looks why does it look like that? Winnie the Pooh was 2011. I guess Winnie the Pooh is still like one of the few 2D animated ones that still do pretty well.
Yeah.
Is the arm really supposed to be there? And I have to stretch out the torso or something to make it fit. I feel like even though here it's there in the front, I feel like it should be moved to the back. What? Let's move it to the back. And we don't have to follow the animation one-to-one. But then I'd have to move the whole thing forward. You know what? Let's just move it forward. Yeah, let's move it forward and let's stretch it out a bit. I mean, then I'd have to move it over here. A bit. Even though I moved it, it still doesn't look correct. You know what? Let's just move it back. Did they make a CG Winnie the Pooh that isn't like a TV show or something? I mean, I never watched any of the Winnie the Pooh movies. At least I don't think so. Is there a TV series? I think I watched the TV. If there was one, I think I watched that one, but not any of the movies. There's a hole in you, Arizona. Arizona, there's a hole in you. Guess that's fine. Doesn't look great. Let me look at how her torso is drawn, because I'm having a bit of trouble with this. Okay, I see. Wait, where's her shoulder then? Where'd her shoulder go? Are her shoulders behind her scarf? Ah, it's up and stuff. DVD collection. When I watch, thing is, when I watch, if there was a Winnie the Pooh TV show that I watched when I was a kid, DVDs didn't exist. So I doubt that was what I would have watched. Oh man, I remember the days of VHS and stuff. Thing about, like, I remember like about VHS, it made it so easy to like copy movies and just whatever. So there was a video store that that my family used to go to called Video Scene back in Dubai, And even though we would go there and rent movies every day, we would still, like, if we liked the movie or we knew we would like a movie, we would actually record it into a separate we would record it into a VHS. But yeah, I remember we actually had two VHS players, one to play the movie and one to record it. Yeah, definitely in the 90s, like, what do you call it? There was tons of thing. Yeah, I remember like watching Aladdin, the TV series, which I liked a lot when I was a kid. Yeah, like you know how like people complain like in the DVD era, like, oh, look at all these straight to DVD Disney movies. But back in the 90s, it was TV series. They're making TV series out of the movies. Like there's the Tarzan TV series. Yeah, I never watched the Hercules TV series though. The other one I remember watching a lot was Aladdin, and I didn't watch the Timon and Pumbaa one because that was a bit later on when I wasn't watching. Did they make one for Little Mermaid? I don't think so. I didn't. I don't think I watched Little Mermaid since I was like a little kid. My sister sure remembers it well, but I didn't remember it that well. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. Why am I quoting friggin' what's that Nutty Professor? The Eddie Murphy version. Okay, 13. So 13. We got a straight leg there. Hercules. Yes. Okay, everything is same except for that leg there. Okay, 13. Have to unlock it first. Okay, we already have that leg, right leg. Wait, what is same again? I forget. Okay, right. Everything is same except right arm. We already have right leg, so we don't need that. Oh, wait. Alt, and then copy paste. Right leg. There we go. Let's hide number 12. Right arm, yeah, that's the one that's different. So, what can we use? Do we have one already? I feel like I already have one. I remember doing that. 13. 14. Guess we could just grab the one from 14 and move it over there. Right arm. Move it to 13. Okay. Copy. Weird, like now, like I feel like I'm talking. Well, I haven't been outside in a while, so I feel like I'm talking way more nowadays than I did. I mean, yeah, I haven't talked in a while. I mean, especially not for this long. I mean, to be fair, I was when I was recording me play games, I did talk, but it's mostly about the game I'm playing rather than just talking on and on about so and whatnot. Ever watched that Hercules movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger? I've never seen it. There's like a thing online where I saw like, what do you call it? Should the shoulder be above? Let's keep it here. The only thing I remember about, the only exposure I have to the Arnold Schwarzenegger one, Arnold Schwarzenegger Hercules, is a YouTube clip of Arnold Schwarzenegger being dubbed over by some actor, and like, or you hear the Arnold Schwarzenegger like with obviously his accent, and then you hear the other actor, like it's like a 1950s kind of actor, like a stereotypical 1950s actor dubbed over Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm just watching it like, is this the original version that they released with? Like, I prefer the Arnold one. Oh yeah, right there you just said. No, I never watched either. I just know it from the YouTube clip and like, oh. Like, oh, I prefer the normal Arnold Schwarzenegger one. Something. I'm so disappointed. Yeah, hey Shadow King. Did you only come in now? Cause what are you disappointed in? In the Arnold Schwarzenegger stuff or something? How do you pronounce his name? I always feel like I mispronounce his name. Yeah, exactly. Why you disappoint? Disappointed. Oh, that Hercules. Is that the one you're talking about? Like, disappointed. What's the name of that actor again? Oh, Kevin Sorbo. Yeah. Kevin Sorbo went. Oh, I watched that when I was a kid. For some reason, my channel, it didn't get Xena Warrior Princess, which apparently more people have seen. But yeah, I watched the Kevin Sorbo Hercules one when I was a kid. There's a bunch of TV series I watched as a kid. Like, I liked as a kid, but I barely have any memory of it now. Like Kung Fu, like the what do you call it? The not the original Kung Fu where it's like black and white, and what's the name of that actor? Where he's bald and stuff, but the one where he's like just traveling around America and he has like long gray hair. What is that version of Kung Fu? Should have been us. What should have been us? But yeah, what was I? Oh yeah, here we got 13. Now we got 14. Okay, so okay, so left arm is the same, so we could just copy paste it over there. Ooh. Oh, copy, left arm copy. But yeah, left arm is the same, so that's fine. That arm is the same. You watch Power Rangers? Thing is, like, we didn't have Power Rangers, the TV series, on the channel when I was a kid. But I did watch a few episodes when I came here to Philippines on vacation. But the thing is, like here in Philippines, like yeah, again, I only watched a few episodes when I was on vacation. But for some reason, they had both the American Power Rangers and they had the Super Sentai one. So I'm not sure if the Super Sentai one was dubbed in Tagalog. I don't remember. I just remember seeing commercials about it. I left multiple replies. Did you read the whole thing? Read your whole thing? I left multiple replies. To what? To the YouTube video? Yeah, I don't know. I guess. Are you talking? What are you talking about? You left multiple replies where? On the YouTube vid? And okay. Looking at all my comments, they all come from. Most of them come from in the chat. In the chat here right now, like the one you're chatting in, it looks like you've only come in like a few minutes ago. Is like someone deleting your comments or your chat? Or you're chatting to me on Discord? Or what are you, even here, like, our messages with swears filtered out of it? I have no idea. I did not enable, if it's enabled by default, I guess, yes, but I have no idea if it, I mean, I didn't turn it on or off or anything, like yeah, I guess YouTube is censoring you, so I have no idea what you're talking about. Even William the Nag is like, what are you talking about? Why are you disappointed? We are doomed. Oh yeah, what is I doing? Again. Okay. Is this leg? Ah, okay. This leg is the same. So right leg, move it into here. I was saying what was that we should have gotten the award, but they gave it to MK11 game that didn't even come out this year. I mean, Fighting Heroes didn't come out this year. I mean, it's kind of debatable. Oh, are you talking about 2020? Did the game officially come out in 2020? Did 1.0 come out in 2020? I mean, I honestly think that the award would have either gone to MK11 or to what do you call it? What's that other fighting game? The one by Arxis. Where's the other one? Oh, Grand Blue. What? There's only 4? Ah, okay. UFC. Okay. Grand Blue, MK11, and Fighting Heroes. I mean, what date did Herds official? I mean, what year is the award? 2020? Herds came out in 2020, 1.0, I guess, did it? And the reason MK11 got was because they got the biggest money WAD to wave around. I mean, from what I know, MK11 it has a whole bunch of like features and stuff and whatnot. I know, I'm just trying to be. I don't know. I honestly would have thought that TFH would have definitely not gotten it either way. Like whether they got big money or not. I feel like even MK10 when it came out, they're praising it because it had a whole bunch of features. Honestly, I never played MK11, so I have no idea. Like, cause like MK10, it had like it had a real I like the story mode of MK10. I really like in MK9. I really loved the story mode, and like I remember hearing MK11 also had a whole bunch of features and all that. And when you put that up against TFH, especially with a more general audience and stuff, I honestly would have. I don't think like TFH would have had a chance against MK11. I mean, like I guess mostly because of the story mode. That's all I have to say. So, yeah, I'm just trying to be realistic here. So, thing is, this is this award ceremony is supposed to be the best of the best. If putting it up, putting up against MK11, of course you have to compare it to with each other. It's fighting game of the year, so it's even to be just up there. Like it's not saying it's unfair that you're comparing TFH to MK11. So I don't agree with that. So I don't know, like. I mean, like even saying like it's unfair to compare TFH to MK11 feels like you're putting TFH down. Honestly, like you're surprised? I'm not surprised, honestly. Like, what do you call it? What was I doing again? What was I doing again? I mean, just to be put on the list of like, what do you call it? Never mind. Lost my train of thought because I'm trying to concentrate on what I'm doing here. I mean, like, if it's not fair to Jeff Bezos and if you got into the, I don't know, Forbes top 10, William Danag, if you got put into the Forbes top 10 or Man of the Year, I wouldn't say it's not unfair to compare you to Jeff Bezos, because what did you do to earn to get to be compared to Jeff Bezos? So, yeah, I don't think comparing TFH to MK11 when it got nominated for Fighting Game of the Year, I don't think it's unfair to say that it was unfair to compare TFH to MK11. Or you have to judge them like against each other. Of course, you're not judging it indie game fighting of the year or low budget fighting game of the year. You're judging it fighting game of the year. And honestly, like I said, like saying it's unfair to judge MK11 to TFH, it feels like you're belittling TFH for some reason. It's you know. uh, anyway, what was I doing again? Torso? Oh, this leg here. Why is it this leg? This leg. Where do I get this leg? Sorry, I got sidetracked. What was I doing? Where do I get that leg? This leg. 7. 14, 7. Right leg. Sorry if I'm ignoring the chat right now because I'm trying to concentrate. I mean, what would you say if like an indie game was put in Game of the Year and beat out AAA? Would you say it's unfair also? Because that's happened before. An indie game has beaten out a AAA in these categories. So if I feel like even if it's an indie game with that little budget, they put it up against a AAA title, I feel like it's fair to judge it side by side. Was there an indie game? What do you call it? Thing. Anyway, I don't. What do you call it? Never mind. I lost my train of thought. The thing, like, especially at work, I'm like, what was I doing again? Like back in the office, I'm like, what was I doing again? I guess I just old age or something. Oh yeah, you're taking the right leg. Right leg. Put here, left leg. No. Okay, sorry. Alt. Left leg. Okay, grab that. Put it to 90%. Oh, please don't bring that. Hello, Lotso. Please don't bring up that kind of stuff. I don't want to bring that kind of stuff into the chat here. Yeah. Oh my gosh, don't talk. Last of Us 2. No, I don't want to. I didn't play the game, so I have no idea, but whatever. I met a few people that liked it, and I honestly never played it. I've watched a lot of people complain about it, but you know, which Mac do I have? Mac? Oh, my Mac is an old Mac, mid 2012 Mac that I bought in 2013, so it's an old one. Although I have upgraded it. It was originally 4 gigabytes. Now it's 4 gigabyte RAM. Now it is 16 gigabyte RAM, and the hard drive, well, it used to be obviously a hard drive, and then I upgraded it this year. Was it this year? It was last year. And I just recently, from that hard drive, 500 gigabytes to a 1 terabyte SSD. And what's cool about, like, oh, this thing loaded so slow when it was hard drive. Like Photoshop, it took like 5 minutes to load if I was lucky. Now it takes like 10 seconds to load Photoshop. I mean, it's not as fast as I would like, but still, like, there are, like, if you have a newer computer like Photoshop with SSD and whatever, a decent rig, it would load like, I don't know, like 5 seconds or something. What was I doing? I have considered building. I mean, if you watch earlier in the stream when I was talking to myself, I was actually talking about like ditching PS5 and just going PC gaming. But like I said earlier, is right now it's not a good time because number one, like a lot of stuff is on first generation. Like I think the current graphics cards by AMD, which have ray tracing, are still in Gen 1, I think. I'm not sure. And I think their new CPUs are also still in Gen 1, I think. I'm not sure. I think I might be mixing them up. And Macintosh right now with their M1s are also still Generation 1. So everyone's saying is, wait for Generation 2. It's gonna be way better and stuff for all the graphics cards and all the CPUs. But then also the other thing that makes it a bad time to get a gaming PC right now is because limited supply and scalpers. The prices are high and in limited amounts. So yeah, that's the reason why I haven't made my own PC right now, because it is a bad time to make your own PC. And it's a good time to be, if you already have your own PC, because especially last year, there's so many digital sales. It's a good time to be a PC. I mean, to be just a gamer in general. Like last year, I got a whole ton of Nintendo Switch games on sale. I forgot to move the tail. Oh yeah, the torso. Torso. Yeah, torso. Okay, I'll copy. I haven't looked into the stuff yet. Everything I've just said is like just my casual knowledge. But is there any stuff that you would recommend? Because I haven't built my own PC since 2003. The PC I built then was a Pentium 4. Oh my gosh, that's how long ago I haven't actually paid attention to like building PCs and stuff. That's how long ago it was. So yeah, like teach this old man, like, okay, like how to build PCs. Is are people still there? Are you still there? Oh, hello. Hello here. I'm Rich. Horrible joke. Oh, why did I... Oh, I shouldn't have altered the outline yet, because I didn't move the torso yet. I shouldn't... Yeah, here we go. Let's move the torso before I do that. Again, I'm too focused on I'm not focused on what I'm doing. At least it's more interesting for you guys, because then you're not just bored here like me just going just like saying what I'm doing, like, oh, I'm moving it up, I'm moving it down, I'm moving it left, I'm moving right. I am at my own location. Hello. But yeah, like I remember, like, what is up with Intel and with the way they name it? Like, it's I mean, I think recently they only got a Pentium 9, because they had Pentium 7s for like, I know, like more than half a decade. And the only way you'd like you could tell the difference of like Gen 1, Gen 2, and how many cores and stuff. I remember back in the day, oh, Pentium 3, Pentium 4, Pentium no, there wasn't a Pentium 5. What came after Pentium 4? Oh man, I remember like back in the day, like when I was more into PC, when I was more into computers and stuff. I remember the time when, what do you call it? Like like we couldn't play video games because we didn't play PC games because we didn't have a 3D graphics accelerator, and we didn't like all these demos. Like we couldn't play games with PS1 graphics. Oh, I remember, like, what do you call it? I remember we had to watch VCD movies. Like at first we didn't have a video card, so like if we wanted to, like, VCDs were kind of new at the time, but yeah, we had a VCD of the X-Files movie. I remember we didn't have a video card, so when we had to watch that movie, we had to watch it on a 13-inch monitor, and it was just like this big. Like, imagine watching a 13-inch monitor and it's only this big, and we watch X-Files like that. I remember we watched Star Wars: The Phantom Menace on our 13-inch CRT monitor this big. And I remember the only person who had a good view of it was the person sitting on a computer. And I remember the whole family watched like The Phantom Menace, sitting lying down on a bed, like maybe like 5 to 10 feet away. I remember not being able to play all those games because we didn't have a graphics card. Yeah, like we didn't have a 3D graphics card accelerator. Oh, those were the days. Oh, the scarf. I need the scarf. I have watched on a Nokia before. But yeah, I remember like the first time like Nokia had videos, like, it's so amazing. I remember like, oh, it's weird that I remember spending hours and hours playing what do you call it? Snake and that other mobile game, which was like a space shooter or something on the more I think the Nokia 3330s or something. It was like a space shooter or something. Honest, that was the most I've ever played on a mobile a game on those old ones. Not even like with the newer games like I don't like Angry Birds or whatever. Or a Candy Crush. I haven't played a mobile game as much as those old ones. It's just weird because I had Game Boy back then. I remember playing Earthworm Jim. Red Ball, I mean. Did you play Ball? Red Ball? I don't remember that one. No, I don't think I played Red Ball. Oh, almost done. We're almost done. I was gonna stop, but we're actually oh wait, no, I have to do the neck. I have to do the neck. I guess we could test it out without the neck before we move on, but you know. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do something. Wait. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. I just forgot to move this. Wait, how big is it? Oh, we have to make it 15%. Oh, sorry, 90%. There we go. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. You haven't played Raid Shadow? No, I haven't. I haven't played Raid. I haven't played Shadow Legends, even though it's the best game. Wink, wink. Uh, pay me for sponsorship. Wink, wink. Raid Shadow Legends. I think that game has become more of a meme than an actual than people actually playing it. Raid Shadow Legends. So what arm goes there? Let's see for a sec. What arm goes there? Let's go up 8 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. No, not that arm. 7, 8. So, okay, 8. So we're gonna take the right arm of 8 and bring it down there. There we go. Ready to wear my wallet, Legends. Okay. Probably I know that game is like kind of stupid and stuff, but at least what I really love about that's come out of it is you guys watch Internet Historian and stuff, or even like Pyrocynical. I love their like little shorts that they make for advertising Raid Shadow Legends. It's friggin' hilarious. Especially Internet Historians, like anything like Internet Historians, like NordVPN. I guess it's NordVPN. Anyway, just like one of the VPN one, all of his VPN ones are hilarious. I always love those. I think it's just I'm not I guess I'm not that into internet culture or game culture anymore as I used to. But what are gacha games exactly? I think I have a vague understanding of what they are, but um, maybe I'm wrong. So I mean, I could Google it right now, I guess. But I kind of like what your perspective. Like, what is a gacha game? Gacha. Gambling games. So why aren't they called gambling games? Why aren't they? Um, and also, why aren't they illegal to children? So what makes them different to gambling games? Loot boxes. So is Overwatch gacha game? Or is it one of those terms that pay real money for characters? Is a gacha game? So what is gacha game the same as a freemium game? Because that's, what do you call it? Like, you know, Candy Crush and all that. They're like freemium, like air quotes, freemium games. Gacha, Japanese term for prize claw games. Oh yeah, that's right. I think that's my understanding of it. Yeah. Gacha. Oh yeah. I'm getting distracted again. Getting too distracted. And anyway, yeah, just please tell me. No characters are locked behind loot boxes. No, can you specify that? Because I feel I'm lost. No characters locked behind loot boxes. So, our response to what did I to what I said, to which specific thing I said? Sorry. Overwatch is hero shooter with loot boxes. Okay. I guess it's one of those vague nebulous terms or something. I'm not vague nebulous. I feel like, because like when you try to put things into a genre, it what do you call it? Like the definitions are like not clear. Like say for example RPG, because like the idea of a Western RPG is like you role play, you make your own character and stuff. Meanwhile, the idea of RPG in the Japanese sense is usually you'll play like a pre-established character. You won't make your own and stuff. So yeah, like the terms and how you define RPG are it kind of depends. So is that the same thing with gacha games? Like it's sort of like it depends or something. Is there did you miss out on great loot box trials? Who, me? On the great loot box. On what? On Overwatch or on what? Sorry if I'm like it feels like I'm like clueless about stuff. Okay, let me just move this up for a sec. There was a court case. Did you miss out on the great one? Oh! A court case. In US or what? I heard that they're doing some legislation or something. Or is there a specific case? I don't know. I'm not keeping up with stuff. I don't keep up with gaming news as much as I used to. Oh, I'm gonna have to move this. Oh, you know what? Let's just move. Not torso, scar. Okay. Oh, tail. Leg, right leg, yeah, right leg. There we go. Okay. Huh. Are we done? I mean, I still have to do the leg, but the neck, but are we done? I think we're done with all the animation frames. Let's check it one by one. Deep. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Fail. It was basically that the companies were using predatory tactics, and the trial was whether or not the gambling or not. Is it still ongoing? Is there a decision? Because some game like FIFA has kids playing. So is it US or is it Europe or UK? I've heard something about this, but I thought it was like legislation and not a court case. Like they're like trying to enact put forward a law or something. Happening all over the world. I mean, I can't like, yeah, I heard about like in Europe and stuff. Forgot which one. Yeah, from what I heard casually is in US is that they're proposing laws or something, but I haven't heard of anything going to trial in a court case yet. But in Europe, I think there was a company got fined or something. I think it was EA for FIFA, like you said. They got fined because it was like gambling. Again, I'm not sure. It's very casual, like understanding and just hearing it in the background of stuff. I'm not sure. Don't ask me, I'm asking you. I believe particular trial was in... oh wait, no, I already read that. Okay, so... should we put the neck? It's almost been 3 hours. Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna test it for now, but I'm not gonna put it in place properly. So, it's gonna look weird when we test it out. Oh yeah, so we need to save it first. Okay, so take this. And here, I've learned this. Now we got this. All we could do is, all we have to do is select it like that. Go to Object, Show All. So now it's showing everything, and it's not showing everything from here. So we could just have this here, and wait, we can unlock all. Okay, that's cool. Now we got it there. Now we could click here, paste remember layers, and okay. Wait, let's just save it real quick before doing anything. Arizona with no head. I think I already showed you Shadow King of that, the thing I made with Arizona's head cut off or something. So no, there we go. And paste them here. Okay. Wait. What are you doing? There we go. Ah, okay, that's cool. I'm glad it's not friggin' crashing. There we go. Let's delete that for a sec. Move that down there. I can't because it's locked. Delete that. Okay. No, I still can't move it down there because it's still locked. There we go. Walk in. And there we have walk-in. Okay, I have everything, right? Okay, let me save that real quick. Yes, I saved. Yes, I saved. Headless cow. Well, you're gonna see more headless cow in a bit. Let me load this up. Just loading up Character Animator. Time to watch her walk with no head. I mean, without a neck. She'll have a head and a body, but no neck. We haven't put the neck yet. I'll do that tomorrow. It's 6 minutes to 3 hours. I'm feeling tired. I'm gonna need to go to bed. So yeah. Oh, I didn't read this. Main point in a gacha game is mostly to collect waifus. Count me in. Anyway, oh, you're talking about Genshin Impact or something? Oh wow, look how. Why are her eyes like that? That's weird. Her eyes like we're moving wow. The frame rate is terrible. Oh, putting all those layers. Oh, it's moving so slow. And especially I'm streaming. Oh wow, the performance is terrible. So no head throws phone on ground. So no. Wait. I guess you'll see something. Okay, we need to make this cycle layers. Okay. You know what? Immediately top to bottom, cycle continuously. Okay, so we're gonna make a swap set. Okay, walking. So grab these two. I'm gonna put them here. This one we're gonna call, it's gonna be default. And this one is gonna be W. Not because W for walking, but you know, W for how they walk in video games and stuff. Did I make it latch or not? Whatever, let's keep it latch. And please work, please work. Not working. Oh, there we go. It's working. It's very nightmarish, and she's walking really fast. Okay, let's go back and let's slow it down a bit. This is walking so fast. We'll make it 2 frames. 2 frames a second. Advance every 2 frames. Lol, yeah, lol is... There we go, she's walking. She walking, but she don't got a neck. Freaky, eh? Oh wow, look. Look at that error there. What is up with that? What is up? Look, what's going on there? She running. I mean, her run animation is different, but you know what I... Oh, and the layering is bad on one. See, look. Her arm goes underneath the scarf in one frame. So we're gonna have to fix that. And wow, listen to my computer. The fan is blowing really hard because it is there's just too much physics and animation and whatnot. Ooh. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, that's it for this one. Tomorrow we're gonna finish up her neck. We're gonna finish up the animation errors, especially with that and the layering issue here. But once we're done with that, we're gonna move on to walking backwards. Or unless, can you cook on it yet? It's looking so good, good so far. So, yeah. But yeah, see you tomorrow. I'm gonna do some of this in the morning, so that, let's say, maybe 9 or 10 a.m. in the morning, so around 12 hours from now. So if you wanna catch me again, so 12 hours from now. Anyway, yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys.